Hello dear students. So I hope everyone you are safe. So stay home, stay safe. So today I am going to teach you social studies from 7th class. So the first topic is reading maps of different kinds. So dear students, before we are going to enter into the lesson, let me ask you some questions. So students, can you tell me where are we living? Yes, we are living on this earth. We are living on this earth. Can you tell me one more different answer? Where are we living? Very good. So we are living in this world, right? So on this earth and in this world, there are different kinds of varieties are there. There is lot of variations are there in this world. It is not same. The entire world is not same everywhere. So it is different. It is different in different parts. Can you guess what are the different parts? What are the different situations are there in our world? So in our world, mountains are there, hills are there, sea coasts are there, deserts located in this world, oceans, and snow-covered regions. Snow-covered regions, forests. Like this, these are the just some of the examples. So like this, there is so much of variation is there in this world. So now my basic question is, why there is so much variation? Why one particular place is covered with mountains? Why some region is covered with deserts? Why some region is covered with water, that is called oceans? Why in some regions that is covered with snow? Why there are in some regions heavy forests? So why there is so much variation? How it affects the lives of the people? So to understand these questions, we have to take the help of maps. We have to take the help of maps. So that is the first topic we are going to learn, reading maps of different kinds. But here we have different kinds of maps. Children, do you know what are the different kinds of maps? Can you guess what are the different kinds of maps? Yes. So your guess is correct. So different kinds of maps. One is political map. One is political map. And second one is, can you guess? Physical map. Second one is physical map. And third one is topographic map. Topographic map. And fourth one is climatic map. Climatic map. Like this, there are so many maps are there. These are the examples of different kinds of maps. Where do you find these different kinds of maps? Yes, you are correct. You can find all these different kinds of maps in your atlas. Atlas. Do you know what is called atlas? Have you seen atlas anytime? Yes. Dear students, this is called atlas. This is called atlas. Can you tell me what is the definition of atlas? Atlas means, first of all, atlas is a book. What is atlas? Atlas is a book. Atlas is a book. Then, this is also book, no? This is also book. This is called social studies book, 7th class social studies book. Then why it is called atlas? Then we have to call this also atlas, no? Then why it is called book? So there is a difference between this book and this atlas book. The main difference is This social studies textbook, it contains lot of information about your society, about our subject, right? In this, there is different history, political science, right? Like that, there is lot of information. But here in Atlas, mainly this Atlas is consist of different kinds of. So what do you find here? So here you find maps. So it is a book. So Atlas means Atlas is a book of maps. Book of maps is called an atlas, right? Yes, just now we have learnt. In every atlas we can find different kinds of maps. Political map, physical map. Do you know the meaning of political map? For example, this map is called political map. What is political map? Political map shows the boundaries of our country and the boundaries of our state. Boundaries of our country and the boundaries of our state. And physical map is there, right? Physical map shows rivers, mountains, plateaus, seas, plains region. All these, they are situated in the physical map. Like that, in every atlas there are different maps. Different map shows different purposes, right? Yes. So now let us see, this is political map. So we will do one small exercise from this political map, right? Yes. Children, already you know directions. You know directions? See, top part of the map always shows north direction. Top part of the map always shows north direction. Bottom part of the map always shows south. And right side of the map always shows east direction. And left part of the map always shows west direction. So these are called directions. So from this, now we are going to do one exercise, right? For example, now this is the map of our country. Okay, so here is Hyderabad. Here is Hyderabad. Here is Hyderabad. Now I am here. Hyderabad. So now I am going to Delhi. From Hyderabad to Delhi. Where is Delhi? See, here is Delhi. Now where I am? I am in Hyderabad. So now I am going to Delhi. So now tell me, from which direction to which direction I have to travel to go to Delhi from Hyderabad? So see, now my starting point is here. So I am starting from here. So from here I am moving towards the north direction. So from Hyderabad to Delhi, I have to travel in north direction, south to north direction. Have you understand? And let us see one more thing, one more example. So for example, I am at Gandhinagar. Where is Gandhinagar? In which state it is? Gujarat. So from Gandhinagar, I am traveling to Kolkata. So where I am now? Now I am at Gandhinagar. So I am starting from here. So I am traveling towards this direction. So west to east direction I am traveling. Next, for example, some other person. So he is traveling from Shimla. Where is Shimla? Already you know Shimla is a hill station. Shimla is the capital city of Himachal Pradesh. So from Shimla, someone is coming to Hyderabad. So from Shimla to Hyderabad, in which direction the person is traveling? From north to south. So I hope you understand the directions. So it means always you have to remember, top part of the map always shows north direction. Bottom part of the map always shows south direction. Right side of the map east and left side of the map west. Right? So like that you may do some exercises with the help of political map in your atlas. Right? I have given some examples now. I am traveling from Hyderabad to Delhi. Someone is traveling from Gandhinagar to Kolkata. Like that you do some exercises to understand the directions. Okay, right. Dear students, so if you find any atlas, for example, now I am going to show you one map from atlas. See, this is this is the physical map of our country. This is the physical map of our country. So, how many colors you find in this map? You find three colors. One is, tell me what are the colors we have find? This color, do you know this color? What is this color? Brown color. And tell me what are the other colors you find out in this map? Yellow color. And what are the other colors you find out in this map? Yeah, green color. So these are the colors we have found in the map. So these are depicting the landforms. These are depicting the different kinds of landforms. These colors are different. These colors are depicting the different kinds of landforms on the Earth's surface. For example, in this map you are observing here, entire this region is in brown color. It means this brown color indicates which kind of landform, do you know? Mountains. It means or mountains or hills, right? So entire this region is covered with mountains and hills. And if you observe, all this region is covered with yellow part. Yellow part is representing plateaus. And last, green color is representing plains region, right? Based on the heights, they are different. These are called different kinds of landforms based on their heights. So now my question is, how do we? Yeah, here we will find one more color in the map, that is blue color. Also we can find, that is representing water, right? So these are the different, mainly these you have to remember, these are the different kinds of landforms: mountains, plateaus and plains. So now my question is, how do we measure the heights of land? For example, let me see one picture here. How can we represent the heights of land on a flat paper? See, if I give you a flat paper, how can you represent the height? How can you represent the height of the land? For example, observe this picture very carefully. Observe this picture. See, what are there here? Here, river. This blue color part is river. These parts are hills, right? These are some trees. See, if you observe this one, this is not a map. Then what is this? This is a picture. Children, always you feel that picture and map, you feel that both are same, but both are different. Picture and map, both are different. They are not same, both are different. So just now I told, what is this? This is a picture. This is not a map. Then what is the difference between picture and a map? See, if you observe once again this picture, what are there here? Hills are there. Here hills are there. Can you find out the height here? The height of the hills, what is behind them? Can you find out the hills, what is behind them? So you cannot find, because what are there? Here hills are there. That is why you don't know what is there behind the hills. It means in this picture does not show all the places. Picture does not show all the places. If we draw the map, map shows all the places. Map shows all the places. That is the main difference between picture and a map. Have you understand? So picture does not show all the places, what is behind them or what is behind the hills. But map shows all the places. Map shows all the places on the earth surface. That is, you have to remember. That is the main difference between picture and map. So my basic question is, how do we measure the heights on the land? For example, Hyderabad city is there. What is the height of Hyderabad city? How do we measure the heights on the land? So you have to remember, all the heights on the land surface, all the heights on the earth surface, they are calculated from the sea level. How they are calculated? They are calculated from the sea level. What is called sea level? Do you know what is called sea level? Sea level means the top surface of the sea. The top surface of the sea water. That is called sea level. Why all the heights are calculated from the sea level only? Because all the seas are connected with each other. Why all the seas? Why all the heights on the land are calculated from the sea level? Because all the seas are connected with each other. Just observe here. Which sea it is called? Arabian Sea. This sea is called Bay of Bengal, and this is called Indian Ocean. All they are connected. All they are connected with each other. It means there is no wall in between them. That is why all the seas, all the top surfaces of the seas, they are in same. So that is why we have, when we are measuring the heights on the land, we have to calculate from the sea level. Understand? Right? So that is for today's lesson. Thank you very much.